Renewable electricity has had a huge impact in Portugal. For instance, Portugal, we have a traditional dependence from fossil fuels around 85%. And with the last 8 years, 9 years, this amount was reduced by 7% just because of the electricity produced by the wind farms, solar, biomass, and so on, these type of things. And besides that, renewables, they bring stability to the prices of electricity. And this is important, and it's not only important for Portugal. Portugal is an example of a Mediterranean country, and this will be possible for all countries on the Mediterranean basin, because we have sun, we have wind, and we have to take advantage of our oil, let's say, that at least on the area of electricity. So we have to look in ourselves for our solutions and not be begging for someone else to help us. And with renewable energy, the solutions are inside each of country.
In Germany, they started from the policy, and they decide that renewable could be a new industry for the country, and they get back most of the investment they did in the last few years. And today, the incentives are paid back by the clients of the utilities, but mainly by the domestic one, and they avoid also to have that the business client they have to pay back. In the case of Italy, most of the equipment and that have been installed for renewables in the last few years, they've been built in China or in other countries, in other parts of the world. And the result was that today the client, the citizen, they pay back a lot of money, 12 billion euro per year. But in the meantime, our industry was not getting any improvement from this point of view. Just to give you a number that is quite interesting, in Germany they create more than 1 million new jobs, and in Italy almost nothing. We needed to invest more in research and innovation, and we need companies that they can produce equipment for renewables.
I think actually, given what the energy situation in Egypt is, and it's a country that is supposed to grow very fast in a couple of years, the country has an appetite for energy, and as such is definitely in a position to open up to alternatives, sources of course, and also to attract, they're very, very keen on attracting investment and further explorations. I mean, only 50% of the proven reserves in the country have been exploited, and as long as the country is able to attract investment, I think it's possible. One of the most important challenges the country has is the subsidy for energy. Interestingly enough, since 6 months now, officials have been publicly recognizing a reality which has been on-standing for a very long time. Subsidies on energy and other subsidies are not reaching the poor as intended. And therefore, this is, in my opinion, a preparation for a serious reform of the subsidy system. So that's out of the way. If this is done, and it's going to take maybe a year to actually phase out the energy subsidies, the markets will function in a completely different way. And that will allow investments in new areas to exploitation, and also investment in renewables, because we do have quite an attractive location for renewables, especially solar. And the market will function for it for once.